Welcome back. For this week's video, I decided to skip a vlog and instead do a little chit chat, get ready with me style video. We talked all about like my true honest thoughts of 2 under 2. A lot of things that I'm going to be doing differently with this baby than I did with Miles. And we also talked about baby products that I didn't necessarily use with Miles, or maybe I didn't use a lot, that I definitely will be using this go round. So if you're interested in any of that, definitely keep on watching. Coffee, my makeup bag. I also have the baby monitor. Miles is taking a nap, so I thought I would just chat with you guys while I get ready. This is definitely going to be a type of video where you can just kind of turn it on in the background while you're cleaning, going on a walk, and maybe we can do more of these videos if you guys like this style. I self-tanned last night, so I'm gonna add some little bronzing drops because this makeup is definitely gonna be too light. But while I do that, let's talk about my honest thoughts of 2 under 2. I won't lie, whenever I first found out that I was pregnant, I felt all the feelings. I was scared, I was excited, I was also kind of grieving the fact that Miles wasn't going to be the baby anymore. But again, I was so happy because Jake and I both wanted our kids to be like smaller age gaps. And this is definitely a small age gap for sure. But I know that he said he really liked his age gap with his sister. They were like really close in age, about 22 months apart. And then my brother and I, we've always said that we wish we were closer in age, and we are like 6, almost 7 years apart, I think. So Jake and I always knew that we wanted to have them close in age. But again, it was just scary. And the fact that Miles wasn't even a year old yet, whenever we found out that I was pregnant, it was just kind of hard to imagine another baby when your baby is still a baby, if that makes sense. But now that I'm like way further along, I'm almost in my 3rd trimester if you're new here, by the way. I don't know, I feel confident, really excited. I feel like Miles has grown up so much just within the past like 3 months. So I know that he's just gonna grow even more in 3 months, and I don't know, I'm just really excited. And whenever I get like kind of scared, or maybe people will say something that makes me scared, I think, well, people have twins, people have triplets. Like, I don't know, I feel like 2 under 2 is definitely doable, and I feel like, or at least I hope, that this transition from 1 to 2 is going to be a lot easier or a little bit more smoother than 0 to 1, because I feel like 0 to 1 was really hard for me. But now that I have some experience under my belt, I feel like it's just going to be a lot smoother again, or at least I hope so. I brought out my little sticky note because I don't want to forget some of the things that I wanted to touch on. So moving on from my thoughts of 2 under 2, now let's talk about things that I will definitely be doing different this time. First and foremost, I will not be comparing myself to other moms, and I will most definitely not be comparing my baby to other babies that are, you know, like in the same age range. I just did this so bad with Miles, and it was just so not fair. I was stealing so much joy out of my postpartum experience by comparing myself to other moms. And there was one mom in particular that I really compared myself to, and she was a 3rd-time mom. So the fact that I was comparing myself, a new first-time mom, to a 3rd-time mom is just, oh my gosh, looking back, I'm like, why would I do that? Why would I do that? And I remember thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, she just looks like she has it all figured out. Like, she's just bouncing back into work so quickly, and you know, her baby's like already sleeping through the night and all these different things. And it's like, well, yeah, this is her 3rd baby, and this is your 1st baby. Like, I don't know, the fact that I compared myself to, 1, just any other mom, but 2, definitely the fact that I compared myself to a 3rd-time mom is just absolutely crazy, and I will not be doing that this time. I know I briefly just mentioned it, but I will not be comparing my baby to other babies. Again, I did this very bad when I had Miles, just because he struggled so bad with reflux and gaining weight. And so this is probably a little creepy, but anytime somebody would post like a monthly milestone photo of their baby, I would immediately go into the caption and see what their weight was, just because I wanted to see like, okay, is Miles, like, where is he at with his weight compared to other babies. I also was just like Googling 24/7, like how much weight should a baby gain every single day. I weighed him every single morning, just very toxic, very just anxious mindset. And so I will most definitely not be doing that with this baby. I feel like I definitely could have had a better postpartum experience if I would have just chilled out a little bit. Speaking of chilling out a little bit. Another thing I will not be doing this time is thinking that giving my baby a bottle is literally the end of the world. I don't know why I did this with Miles, and it's not because I thought formula was bad or anything. I even did this with like putting breast milk in a bottle. Like I just was so, like my number one goal was to breastfeed my baby, and we just had such a journey with latching, and I just wasn't like producing enough. And so in my mind it felt like, okay, giving my baby a bottle, whether that was formula or breast milk that wasn't from me like directly, was that my body was failing me. I know that probably makes no sense, and honestly saying it out loud, it doesn't, but in the moment that's truly how I felt. I remember crying so hard because I wanted to breastfeed so bad, and we did end up getting to breastfeed, but I did end up having to pump for 2 months straight to kind of getting there. That way Miles was able to like latch correctly. Anyways, all that to say, I will not be telling myself that giving my baby a bottle is the end of the world, because it's not. And if you are a new mom trying to breastfeed, just know breastfeeding is hard, and I feel like that's something that I did not really realize when going into breastfeeding. I just thought that, oh, it's a natural thing, so it will come naturally, and that could not be further from the truth. We struggled so hard with like his latch and spitting up and like my milk supply, just so many things, and I just was not giving myself any grace when it came to that. And so definitely will be giving myself so much grace this go around. Another thing that I will definitely be doing differently this time, or at least I'm going to try my hardest, is to accept help. I don't know why I have just the hardest time of accepting help, even when it's like my own parents or my own husband. Like I've gotten a lot better as I've gotten older, but I did not really accept a lot of help when it came to my postpartum journey with Miles. I feel like I did a lot better than what I normally would, like pre-baby. My parents literally came to help me, and I would like try to do it all myself, just because I feel like it was just so fear and anxiety based. I wanted to like figure out like how to do it instead of just accepting help and like learning along the way. Okay, I ran out of storage and had to delete a few clips, so I don't know where I left off, but basically what I was saying is with this baby, I definitely want to accept more help, take more naps whenever I'm granted them, and again, just relax. I feel like that's the overall theme of things I'm going to be doing differently this time. Okay, I'm taking a little coffee break. I hope you guys are enjoying this style of video. We'll get back to the vlogs next week, but I don't know, I wanted to chit chat, talk to you guys for a little bit, so hopefully it's going okay. But let's talk about baby products that I'm gonna be using with baby girl that I did not use with Miles. I'm not even joking when I say one of the first things that I bought after I found out I was pregnant, besides another pregnancy test, was I found a baby bottle washer on Marketplace. I hate washing bottles, washing pump parts. I say that even though Jake literally washed my pump parts, the bottles, all the bottle parts, probably 95% of the time. But I also know that Jake is going to be so much busier this go around, like kind of dealing with Miles, or I don't know, of course we'll like take turns with Miles and the baby. And so I knew that I wanted to buy a bottle washer because we are probably just not going to have a lot of time to do that. Or let me just say, any free time that we do have, I'm sure that we're not going to be wanting to hand wash bottles and pump parts. I did end up getting the Baby Brezza bottle washer from Marketplace. And then also Mom Cozy sent us one as well. So we're going to have like all the bottle washers ready for pump parts, bottles, bottle parts. So I'm just so grateful and excited that not only are we going to have a bottle washer, we're going to have two this go around. I think that's just going to make this postpartum experience so much better. Another product that, well, I guess I did technically use with Miles, I just did not use it a lot, is baby carriers or like baby wraps. I will say I feel like I definitely had him in the wrap a lot whenever he was younger, but once he got older I did not really baby carry as much as I thought I would. But after I've talked to some moms and then also watched a lot of TikTok videos, I feel like everyone's number one advice for 2 under 2 is baby wearing, so we will definitely be baby wearing so much this go around. Another baby product that we didn't use with Miles, which I genuinely didn't even know it was a thing, was a portable milk like bottle warmer situation. I will never forget whenever we were traveling, I think Miles was like only 2 months old and it was in February, so very cold out. We were out in the middle of nowhere and only milk that I had for him was in a cooler. I will never forget, we had to stop at a gas station and we were trying to figure out what to do, how to get his milk warm, and literally the only thing that we could find was a hot chocolate. So we put the bottle in a hot chocolate, and it was just like the most helpless feeling. So whenever I found out that portable or like travel bottle warmers were a thing, I immediately purchased one. Another thing that we're definitely going to be using this go around that we didn't with Miles is a double stroller. We did decide on the Zoe, I think it's called the twin. Every single person that I know that has it raves about it, and so I'm just so excited because we also got the like a little attachment to where the infant car seat just like clicks in, clicks out, just like how it did with the original stroller that it came with. But I think that's pretty much it for this video. I did my makeup. I don't know how it looks on camera. At least it looks halfway decent like in the mirrors. But let me know if you guys enjoy this kind of like chit chat, get ready with me style video. I will definitely do more if you guys enjoyed. But if you didn't, don't worry, because next week we are bringing the vlogs back. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be about. Probably prepping for the shower, because my shower is like literally in 2 weeks. Or now that I think about it, I think it's less than 2 weeks. Either way, definitely make sure to come back, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.